Welcome back to my Goose Reviews. Hope everybody's having a blessed day. So this is another My Opinion video. Like I said, this is something I started on my channel, just kind of sharing my thoughts on different topics, especially from like entertainment, music, movies, hip hop, TV, all that, etc. So it's kind of, dives in hip hop with the whole, Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick, like where do they go as far as moving forward in their future, stuff like that. I think I did one for Drake and Kendrick, after they had their battle. This time I'm doing it for, all three of them, you know what I mean? Because I really do, especially I'm a big fan of Kendrick and J. Cole, and I like Drake too. So, kind of just where do they go moving on from here? You know what I'm saying? Because they've been holding down the game for 10 plus years, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, well, what's their next move? So starting out with Drake, we saw after the battle, he lost the battle and stuff like that. My main thing is, he quit the battle. You know what I'm saying? Because the hard part 6 is kind of like him bowing out. So he's released a lot of tracks post battle, right? Drake's, I want to say he's released over 10 tracks, you know what I mean? From like the Wong Guan Dalala, even from like which is my favorite one, It's Up with 21 Savage, Young Thug, and then he released one, the No Face one with Playboy Cardi this past week. So Drake's released a lot of music, you know what I'm saying? He hasn't he hasn't been quiet. Now me, in my original video, I said I want Drake to kind of chill, relax. Go chill, relax, post battle, get with the best producers, get the best beats, come back, put out a classic. You know what I'm saying? Ever since then, he hasn't. He's done the complete opposite. But hey, he's a grown man. He makes his own choices. You know what I'm saying? He's an artist, and he got a label and team behind him. You know what I'm saying? So we saw the whole 100 thing from the 100 gigs to, like I said, from the tracks for 21, Thug, Playboy Cardi, Lotto. Like, he's put out a lot of music. You know what I'm saying? Now, my thing is, looking at it all, some of it's good. Some of it's good. Some of it was mid. You know what I'm saying? So it was hit or miss. A lot of tracks were hit or miss. You know what I'm saying? And I think that taking a break would have benefited Drake, but at the same time, with the deal he's in with UMG, he really can't take a break, because I think in his contract he has to release like 2 albums a year or something like that, and he did announce that he has an album coming out with Party Next Door in the fall. So he's been very busy, he's been very active, you know what I'm saying? And I think because of the post-battle and stuff like that, a lot of people still got that in their minds, like they don't look at his music the same, you know what I'm saying? So I do think that a break would have benefited him, but at the same time, he's going to keep going now. People saying that there's going to be a round 2, and the last track is up with Playboy Cardi. He was, kind of throwing subliminals and shots. And me and my review, you can go check it out. I did a review on it and everything like that. I said I thought the track was cool. I thought it was a cool track, but at the same time, after having a battle like that, there's no point in throwing subliminals. You know what I'm saying? You might as well just come out and say Kendrick's name. There's no point in throwing subliminals, because the whole world knows who you're talking about. The whole world saw you in the battle, and the whole world saw you bow out. Not only did you lose, you bowed out, you quit. You know what I'm saying? It's like a boxer being in the ring, y'all, before the next round starts, you're on your stools and you like, I ain't even gonna fight no more, I'm not even gonna get up. You know what I'm saying? While he's standing up like, yo, let's go. So I think that Drake, it doesn't benefit him to start a round 2, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what he has on you, you know what I'm saying? I say, man, go out, put out your music, you know what I'm saying? Because your fans are gonna eat it up. The fans are gonna eat it up regardless. Put out your music, people gonna review, because you still are the biggest name in hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Especially this generation, as far as the hits and numbers, yeah. Drake is the biggest artist, you know what I'm saying? There's no doubt about that, you know what I'm saying? He just lost the biggest hip hop battle, and I think that that's sitting with him, because now it's kind of like he's just throwing things at the wall, see what sticks, you know what I'm saying? So for me, moving forward, I think Drake is going to just, continue putting out music, and we're going to see if it's, either hit or miss, and if there's going to be a round 2. Me personally, I don't think it's going to be. Now, J. Cole, I kind of left for the middle because he called himself a middle child. I love Cole. We all saw that first person shoot with him and Drake. They had the track together, and I heard originally they wanted Kendrick on it and stuff like that, which he declined, and we all know how that turned into with Like That and that, everything with the battle and all that kind of stuff. We saw J. Cole put out Might Delete Later, which is really good. That was a good album, you know what I'm saying? He had the 7-minute drill. I think that was 7-minute drill. Yeah. Where he was, he threw the diss at Kendrick. It was a solid diss, you know what I'm saying? But I want to say it dropped that Friday. I want to say 2 days later on his festival, Dreamville Festival, I think he went on stage and apologized and stuff like that. Now, word was going on that Schoolboy Q was the one who came out and said, hey, this was about to happen. So he bowed out gracefully. He apologized to Kendrick on stage. You know what I'm saying? And then I did a video on that. At the time, I was upset. I was upset because I wanted to see Cole in the battle. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, seeing where the battle went and how dark it got, I understand why he bowed out. You know what I'm saying? I can understand, because he says, yo, my mind, I'm in a different state right now. Mentally, I'm in a different state. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't want to engage in that type of warfare. You know what I'm saying? Because that was a spiritual warfare, because that thing got personal between the two of them. You know what I'm saying? So I think moving forward for J. Cole, the Fall Off, I said it, the Fall Off has to be a classic. Because the sole fact of, you know, he's been building up the Fall Off all this time, like, yo, the Fall Off is coming. This is supposedly supposed to be his last album in hip hop. Me personally, I don't like to see rappers retire. Rappers are musicians, man. I say, man, keep going, man, keep going. You see Rakim putting out music, LL Cool J putting out music, Common and Pete Rock put out a great album. So I would love to see him continue on and not retire. You know what I'm saying? So I hope the Fall Off isn't his last album. But if it is his last album, I hope he goes out with a banger. I hope he goes out with a complete bomb. You know what I'm saying? Where it's not even debatable what's the best album in his catalog. It's the Fall Off. You know what I'm saying? So I think J. Cole's silence speaks a lot. You know what I'm saying? He's not out. I mean, he never really was one to be on social media and stuff like that. Out of the three of them, Drake's the more so the one that's on social media all the time. But J. Cole, he's quiet. You know, he's chill. You know, you see him riding his bike. I see videos of him in New York just riding his bike. I think that's so cool because he still has that humbleness to him. You know what I'm saying? So I think the Fall Off, when it does come out, man, it can't even be debatable between, is it 2014 Forest Hills Drive? Now, yes, of course, there always will be that. That's a part of music. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what musician it is. There's always going to be like, a Tribe Called Quest. What is it? Is it Low End Theory or is it Midnight Marauders? You know what I'm saying? There's always going to be like that in the fan base, which one is the better album. But for me, I hope the Fall Off comes out and it's not even barring none. Like, it is his best album, hands down. You know what I'm saying? And I hope he doesn't retire. But now here's the next thing about the Fall Off. I do think that there will be some shots thrown at certain people. You know what I'm saying? He did apologize to Kendrick, but I think, because, you know, Kanye West did the Like That remix where he threw shots at Drake and J. Cole. I think J. Cole's going to have something to say about it. And I think, you know, Drake kind of threw a little jab on social media about, I remember that time J. Cole got his phone stolen and stuff like that, which is really came out of left field. I can see J. Cole saying something about that too. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole world's looking at him now like, oh, you a sucker. You talking all this big stuff about, you know, you number one, you smoke anybody. And now when it's time to fight, you back out. You know what I'm saying? So I think that J. Cole is really, he's going to have a lot of things to say. You know what I'm saying? Especially if this is supposed to be his last album again, which I hope it isn't. You know what I'm saying? Moving on to Kendrick. You know, I think that the ball's in Kendrick's court. You know what I'm saying? He just won probably the biggest rap battle of all time against Drake. You know what I'm saying? He did the Pop Out and he did the Like That. I mean, not Like That. The Not Like Us music video. You know what I'm saying? And after that, he was quiet. He's quiet. Him and J. Cole are really a lot the same, even though you see J. Cole out a little bit more than Kendrick. Kendrick's real, he's like a hermit. He's real, you know, chill. He's to himself. But when he pops out. And it gets the world's attention. You know what I'm saying? So I think that he knows that all eyes are on him. I think he has a solid team around him. So whenever he does put out his project, I do believe it's going to be up to par. Now, sonically, what would that sound like? All his albums are different, you know, starting from Section 80 all the way to Mr. Morale. All of them are different now. Now, they got elements in there like jazz and, you know, modern day hip hop and stuff like that. But at the same time, a lot of people are going around saying that, it's going to have a West Coast sound. You know what I mean? Like even the whole snippet before the Not Like Us video, I think it's called Broccoli. Everybody's talking about like has like a West Coast bump to it. You know what I mean? He could be going in that. Now, which would be cool. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, that'd be dope if Dr. Dre is doing some of the production. You know, DJ Quick is doing some of the production. You know, like that'd actually be dope. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see him, even though we know he can get, either three of these guys can get beats from any producer in the game. Let's be honest. Either three of them. They can get from, you know, producers, they can work with anybody if they wanted to. So I'm interested to see what it sounds like sonically. But like I said, the ball's in his court if there's going to be a round two or not. And the reason why I said that and I did a video on it is because Drake did bow out of the battle. He bowed out, he quit. You know what I'm saying? Not only did he lose, he quit. And I think that's the main thing I'm trying to drive home to certain people. When you watch, like, you quit, homie. So you can't sit here and say, you can't sit here and dictate if there's going to be a round two. No, that ball's in his court if there's a round two. And I think that even from the No Face track that Drake just did recently, I don't think that's going to warrant enough to hear something from Kendrick. I think Kendrick's silence is probably driving Drake crazy deep down inside because he wants him to respond because maybe Drake got another diss track. But if Kendrick, if he said it was true, I got more tracks and it goes deeper, I think that what they always say, pride, you know, it's always pride before the fall, stuff like that. I think that, man, maybe you need to settle back. Maybe you need to chill. Like, don't mess with that guy. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's a round two, and if something really does come out, man, that could really damage your career and you could be done, you know, overall. So I'm really interested to see what Kendrick's new album sounds like. I'm interested to see, you know, Baby Keem and PG Lang and all that kind of stuff. Hopefully, man, it'd be nice to see him get back together with Black Hippie and TDE. So overall, man, I think as far as the big three, you know, with these guys, man, they've held down this generation hip hop for a while. They all around kind of my age, you know what I mean, like mid, late 30, you know, 30s, early 40s. So I'm around their age, you know what I'm saying? So I've been following them ever since they started, you know, so I'm interested to see what the next 3, 4, 5 years looks like for them. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I wanted to do this video. please leave a comment in the comment section. Tell me what you guys think about this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, man. Them likes in the comments, man, that gets, the algorithm up. They start looking at my channel more. So, hey, please definitely, check it out. Hope everybody has a blessed day, and I'll see you soon.